Our board game concept is based on the well-known Snake and Ladders game. Snake and Ladders game is easy to play yet brings a lot of fun. We utilize the concept and implement it in our newly created board game. Similar to Snake and Ladders, players have to throw a dice to decide how many steps to move forward. One of the features that makes our board game different from the classic one is that players have to answer a quiz with various difficulty depending on which grid square they stop at. Another feature that makes our board game more interesting is players have to interact with other players while playing the game. Unlike the traditional game where the person whom it's turn to play have to take action while others just wait for their turns.
We name our board game as Quiz Kit. Quiz can be defined as questions that use to examine someone's knowledge of a specific topic, while kit can be defined as any collection of items or components needed for a specific purposes. For the word Quiz Kit, we can know that it is knowledgeable and it is portable. Students can bring it anywhere to play it, learning and having fun at the same time.
The path that players have to go through in a board game is divided into many sections. Each section represents a topic. The rule limits any player to continue their move while others still stuck in the previous section. The concept is that everyone must move on with the same progression, no one should be left behind.
So in this board game, it can accommodate up to 4 players and minimum 3. Each player has a specific role to play. For example, the first player has to roll the dice. The second player draws the question for the first player. The third player reads the question and provides guidance for the first player. And lastly, the fourth player becomes a judge where he will assign marks to the first player based on his answer. The roles of the player will be shifted every round. Our board game is divided into 10 sections, which consists of 3 KRD, 3 CPDRC, 3 PSLP, and 1 higher order thinking section. Our board game QuizKit is a very flexible game that allows the users or player to randomly switch the subjects at different sections of the board game. For example, they could start off with KRD, CPDRC, and PSLP, or vice versa. The board game has different color hues at every section. These symbolize different level of difficulties. So the lightest color indicates the easy question, whereas the darkest color indicates the hardest question.
If a player can answer the question, 1 point will be given for easy question, 3 points for medium question, and 5 points for hard question. If he answers wrongly, 5 points will be deducted for easy question, 3 points for medium question, and 1 point for hard question. For higher order thinking question, the judge will allocate marks based on the player's answer ranging from 0 to 7 points. If the player cannot answer the question will be recycled and not discarded. The leading player cannot advance to the next session if there is still player left behind at the previous session. He can only advance if all the players are in the same section. For this case, the difficulty of the question will be based on the number of the dice rolled by the player. For number 1 and 2, he will get an easy question, 3 and 4 he will get a medium question, and 5 and 6 he will get a hard question. There is one exception to this board game, which is the last section called higher order thinking section. The previous rule doesn't work on this section, which means the leading player can advance to the finish line without waiting for the other players.
Once the question bank for the specific difficulty is finished, any player that steps into that region will be disqualified instantly. The game ends when there are 2 players disqualified or 1 player completes the game. The winner of the game is the player with the highest points.